Hey everybody, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Star Wars set. This is the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. Comes with 937 pieces, and that includes 5 minifigures that we'll look at more closely later on. First up, I need to level with you. I am cheating. I am cheating right this very moment, because this set does not include the stand, the little makeshift stand that I put underneath. By default, you're not going to see it with wings fully folded out unless you're holding it in the air. But I did want you to see this beautiful look of that lovely triangular arrangement of the wings. This is really the look that you want to see of a Lambda class shuttle most of the time. But again, with the parts that are included with the set, you're not going to see it like this unless you actually have it in your hands. But while I've got it up there, while I'm in the middle of cheating, let's just go ahead and finish cheating, because there is another really important angle to see, a really classic angle to see of the shuttle, and that's from behind. It's just really good to see. It's a feast for my eyes personally. But let's go ahead and take out the cheating element. This is how it's actually going to look when you just build it using the parts that are included with the set. You can see that the side wings fold up the way that they're supposed to. You are going to see the undersides of plates, which aren't as pretty and smooth as the top sail portion, the top wing, but I think it's pretty well done. This is a well-built set. It's durable. It's not going to fall apart easily. With any model of the Lambda class shuttle, the top sail fin, if you will, is just the point where you're going to have the most trouble with durability, the most worries about things falling apart up here. But you can see I'm really kind of being rough on this thing and bending it around, and it's not going anywhere. It's well put together. It's got some Technic lift arms going through there, and it's anchored well. So this actually has the potential to survive as a toy to be played with. Up front, this section here, the nose section, the canopy section, is not ideal to me as a Star Wars fan who's also a big fan of this particular shuttle, but I think it's pretty good. It just has a little bit of a DeLorean kind of look to it to me, maybe a little bit of Doberman Pinscher. There's just something a little bit off compared to the way it ought to be. But again, it's tough to pull off a build like this using different angles and things that aren't normal for a brick-based building system, while still allowing it to be easy enough to put together for even kids who have a lower level of building experience. You know, there's a whole range out there, and LEGO needs to take everybody into consideration. Plus, they need to make the thing playable. Now, you can open this canopy, and that's part of the reason that it's important that it be durable, so you can actually do this repeatedly, and it has enough space in there to put 2 figures in place. One would sit right here, one would sit in the back. The cockpit panels also have stickers on them to represent consoles. To the sides, you have 2 pairs of blasters, and these are just for looks. You can also turn these in the realistic manner. Plus, they have hidden back in here, pretty well hidden in actually, and not really detracting from the elegance of the model, are a couple of the spring-loaded shooters. They even have a very nice hidden firing mechanism right here. That's your trigger to shoot out that bolt. So again, it doesn't really take away, it only adds a little bit of action feature for folks who actually want to play with it. The hinges for the lower wings are sturdy and ratcheted. They've got enough of them, so they're pretty strong. They're going to hold in place. And again, there's good durability there, not much worry of being able to knock these wings off. Now, to really access the interior, you do need to fold those wings down, and then you can fold these panels up and out. That's pretty slick the way that's done, and you need to open one panel on either side. On this side, you have seating for 2 soldiers, and there are also clips to hold their weapons. There's also a backpack holder right there. The right side seats 1, and there's also a little cargo compartment with a crate. And if you open this up, you'll see that it's a shipment of thermal detonators. On the back wall of the cargo area is a stickered panel showing the plans for attacking the Death Star 2. Remember, the Tydirium was hijacked by the rebels. On the underside of the ship, you'll see that they did try to get in that iconic loading ramp, but it's kind of tough to get anything in and out of there. See, this is what it looks like when it's on its feet, and you can see the ramp there, but doesn't really do all that much. You can kind of use it as an escape route if you set a figure on top of it, but that's about the extent of it. I mentioned feet, and this does have retractable landing skids that are linked together, so you only need to push on one, and they just retract a little bit. One unfortunate thing about the placement of those skids is that when they are down in the landing position, the center of gravity of the whole ship is kind of back, so it's easy for this to be tipped backwards like this. Here are the first 3 of the 5 minifigs: Han Solo, Endor Leia with Poncho, and Chewbacca. Now, different people have different opinions about different versions of minifigures, and usually most folks prefer whatever version was out when they first got them or first saw them. It's the nostalgia effect. I think that this version of Han Solo looks fine. I think it's kind of cool that they tried to get the longer jacket look by extending the camo print down into the legs. I don't think it was all that successful just because they only got the print on the front and not even on the sides, not to mention the back. But Chewbacca, I don't like. I don't like this version of Chewbacca. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I just think that they went too crazy with the addition of that lighter colored print for the hair highlights. I get what they were trying to do, I just don't think it's all that great the way it worked out. There's a look at Leia's torso print from the front without the poncho, and there it is from the back along with the 2 alternate faces for these. Do note that Leia's hair has a hole in the top, so you can add a tiara or other accessory, not included with this set. Here are your 2 Endor Rebel troopers with prints from head to toe. Interesting face print on the right with the tan colored, it looks like, hair, facial hair. Speaking of tan, you get tan hands for both of these to represent the gloves they were wearing, and you get prints on the backs. No alternate faces for either of these. All things considered, I think this is a pretty good set. Long-term fans will certainly try to compare it to much larger and more expensive models and also custom builds and such, but I value the compromises employed here that take away a little bit of the realism and the accuracy to bring in a lot of durability and also a good building experience for different levels of experience. This is a pretty respectable desk model just to look at as a Lego thing, but more importantly, it's a good toy. It can be handled. It has space inside of it that can be used by the minifigures. This can be picked up and flown through the air. It can even shoot things, and again, they pulled that off without making it look ugly in certain areas. The selection of minifigures I think is good for just a single ship set, and I'm glad that they did include the 2 Rebel troopers and not just basically the main core hero characters. But gosh, they really got to work on that Chewbacca. That's it for my look at this set. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will share your thoughts about the set by leaving a comment down below. Even if you completely disagree with my thoughts about it, it's always good to get more different input and feedback from folks who come from different perspectives. So thank you in advance for your feedback, and I hope to have a chance to talk to you again soon in the next video.